Have you ever finished a long, exhausting day and still felt like you accomplished nothing that truly mattered? You answered emails, you attended meetings, you said yes to requests, but deep down you feel busy, not productive. What if the problem isn't that you're doing too little, but that you're doing too much? And what if the real path to success is doing less? Today, I'm going to show you how to stop being stretched thin, stop living on autopilot, and start focusing only on what truly moves your life forward. And if you're serious about upgrading your mindset and your productivity, make sure you subscribe now, because every week we break down life-changing books just like this one. Target: the core problem. The undisciplined pursuit of more. Most people live as non-essentialists. We say, I have to. It's all important. How can I fit it all in? So we try to do everything. And what happens? We make a millimeter of progress in a million directions. We feel overworked, underutilized, overwhelmed, busy, but not fulfilled. Sound familiar? Greg McKeown calls this the undisciplined pursuit of more, and it's destroying your focus. Idea: less, but better. Essentialism is simple, but powerful. Do less, but do it better. Not lazy, not minimal for aesthetic reasons. Strategic elimination. Essentialism is not about getting more things done. It's about getting the right things done. Instead of asking, how can I do it all? You start asking, what truly matters? This shift changes everything. Part 1. The Essentialist Mindset. Before tactics, you need a new way of thinking. 1. You have a choice. Most people live as if they don't. They say, I have to go to this meeting. I have to take this project. I have to say yes. But the truth? You always choose. When you say, I have to, you give away your power. Essentialists say, I choose to. That simple shift brings control back to you. If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. 2. Almost everything is noise. This is hard to accept. We've been trained to believe everything is important, but it's not. In reality, very few things are truly vital. Most things are just noise. And here's the key. If you treat everything as important, you end up making nothing important. 3. Trade-offs are real. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. Essentialists don't pretend trade-offs don't exist. They ask a powerful question: which problem do I want? Instead of trying to avoid sacrifice, they choose it consciously, and that's maturity. Part 2. Explore before you commit. Here's a paradox. Essentialists actually explore more options than everyone else, but they commit to fewer. Instead of jumping at every opportunity, they pause and ask, does this deeply inspire me? Am I uniquely talented at this? Does this meet a real need? If it doesn't score high, it's eliminated, not because it's bad, but because it's not essential. Good is the enemy of great. Part 3. Eliminate. Say no gracefully. This is the hardest part, saying no. We say yes because we want to please people, we fear missing out, we don't want conflict. But every time you say yes to something non-essential, you say no to something essential. Essentialists use extreme criteria. If it's not a clear yes, it's a no. Not rude, not aggressive, graceful, calm, firm. And here's the secret. People respect clarity more than compliance. Part 4. Execute. Make it effortless. Most people try to force productivity. Essentialists remove friction. Instead of pushing harder, they design systems. They build buffers, extra time, create routines, remove obstacles in advance. Focus on small wins. Execution becomes almost effortless because they're not juggling 27 priorities. They're focused on the vital few. The paradox of success. One of the most powerful insights in this book: Success creates new opportunities. New opportunities create distractions. Distractions kill clarity. Clarity created your success in the first place. So, ironically, success can lead to failure if you stop being selective. That's why essentialism is not a one-time decision, it's a lifestyle. What changes when you become an essentialist? You feel in control, calm, clear, energized. You do fewer things, higher quality work, meaningful projects. You stop living by default and start living by design. The ultimate question. At the end of your life, will you regret doing less, or will you regret spending years chasing things that never mattered? Essentialism is about protecting your one wild and precious life. So here's your challenge. Eliminate one good but non-essential activity this week. Replace it with something truly meaningful. Watch what happens. If this message resonated with you, subscribe now, because we break down powerful books that help you live smarter, not busier. And if you want to dive deeper, the link to Essentialism is in the description below. Now, I want to ask you, what is the one book that changed your life? Let me know in the comments.